If you're into slicing through hordes of enemies and pulling off insane combos, then you're in the right place. 14 of the best hack-and-slash games that deliver non-stop action. From underrated gems you probably missed to the best games ever made, let's begin.
Ready to be brought down.
Hi-Fi Rush is criminally underrated, and that's no exaggeration. This single-player game is pure rhythm-infused hack-and-slash mayhem, and it's oozing with personality. You play as Chai, a wannabe rock star who ends up battling evil corporations using music-powered combos. And yes, every single hit lands to the beat. What sets Hi-Fi Rush apart is the rhythm system that rewards precise timing. You're syncing your strikes with the soundtrack, and that soundtrack slaps. The art direction is straight-up gorgeous. Cel-shaded, comic book-style visuals bursting with color and motion. It looks like a playable anime crossed with a music video. And the humor? Surprisingly sharp. If you slept on Hi-Fi Rush because of its cartoony look or rhythm mechanics, it's time to wake up. Onimusha Warlords deserves way more love. Before Devil May Cry and way before Souls-likes took over, Onimusha Warlords brought samurai slashing and demon hunting to PS2 in a way that still holds up today. It's a gritty, atmospheric hack and slash with Resident Evil-style camera angles and fixed environments. The combat is raw and satisfying. You play as Samanosuke, a badass samurai fighting off a demonic invasion in feudal Japan. The blade play is sharp and deliberate, more weighty than flashy. But then you bring in the magic weapons and things get wild. Each sword has its own elemental effect, like lightning strikes or flaming shockwaves, and mastering the timing for counters or critical hits feels amazing. This isn't a combo-heavy spectacle fighter like Bayonetta or DMC. It's more grounded. The puzzles and exploration give it a slight Metroidvania feel too. There's a rhythm to pushing forward, finding new gear, and doubling back.
Help me!
This game is art. KUNITSU-GAMI, Path of the Goddess. Capcom took a huge swing with this one, combining hack and slash action with real-time strategy. And surprisingly, it works. You're not just a warrior here. You're a protector, a tactician, a goddamn force of nature cleansing corruption with your blade. You play as So, a masked swordsman who protects the Maiden of Rebirth as she purifies tainted lands. Every level is like a small battlefield. You're setting up villagers to defend positions, clearing paths of corruption, and then diving headfirst into intense, combo-driven combat when night falls. And the combat? Chef's kiss. Smooth, reactive, and stylish. But what really sets it apart is the hybrid gameplay loop. During the day, it's all about preparing, positioning villagers, choosing roles, cleansing gates. Then at night, chaos hits. Waves of grotesque creatures swarm in, and that's when the hack and slash magic happens. If you slept on Scarlet Nexus, you messed up. This anime-inspired hack-and-slash RPG is pure chaos. You play as Yuito or Kasan, psychic warriors who can yeet cars, set enemies on fire, and stop time mid-combo. The combat is stupid fun once you unlock the full arsenal of telekinetic powers. What sets it apart? The SAS system. Borrowing your squad's abilities mid-fight to chain absurd attacks. Need hyperspeed? Activate Luca's invisibility. Want to crush fools with gravity? Arashi's got you. The enemy designs are wild and the soundtrack goes hard. Scarlet Nexus might not have had the loudest release, but it's one of the most innovative and fun hack-and-slash games in years. It's got the flair of an anime brawler with the depth of an action RPG. By the way, if you're liking this, a quick subscribe would mean a lot. Let's keep going. Just letting you guys know Prototype 2 isn't pure hack and slash, but I put it in the list anyway because I love it. And you can play it as hack and slash, it depends on you. Prototype 2 might not be underrated, but it's often forgotten, and it absolutely shouldn't be. If you want an open-world hack and slash sandbox that lets you feel unstoppable, then this is for you. This game doesn't care about subtlety. It gives you god-tier powers and says, go wild. And honestly, that's what makes it such a great single-player game. You play as James Heller, a soldier-turned-monster with one mission: wreck everything in his path until he finds and destroys Alex Mercer from the first game. What makes this hack-and-slash experience stand out is the pure power fantasy. You're slicing tanks in half, diving from skyscrapers into enemy compounds and shape-shifting into your enemies while tearing through waves of infected mutants and military goons. Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. If you've never played Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, you haven't truly tested your hack-and-slash reflexes. This is a game that separates the button mashers from the real warriors. It's fast, vicious, and absolutely merciless. But that's exactly why it's still legendary. What makes Ninja Gaiden 2 Black stand out, even today, is its pure commitment to skill-based gameplay. There are no cheap tricks. You've got multiple weapons to switch between on the fly, each with its own deep combo list. Despite its difficulty, it's never unfair. It rewards players who put in the time, who learn every animation and frame. That's what makes it such a respected name among single-player games. It doesn't hold your hand, but it teaches you how to be better.
Get ready to be brought down.
Dynasty Warriors is back, and Origins is a full-blown return to the chaos we know and love. But now, with a modern polish that finally brings the series up to speed. If you've ever wanted to feel like a one-man army carving through thousands, this single-player game scratches that exact itch and then some. You play as a mysterious new hero, but let's be real. The story is just background noise for what really matters. Massive scale battles. The map is swarming with enemies, and you're at the center of it all, chain slicing through entire platoons with wide, satisfying combos. It's not about one-on-one finesse, it's about pure battlefield domination. If you want to shut your brain off and just demolish armies with style, there's nothing quite like it. Ghostrunner series. Ghostrunner is a cyberpunk ninja simulator where one hit kills you. If you've got lightning reflexes and a taste for futuristic katana kills, there's nothing else quite like it. In both games, you play as Jack, an elite blade-wielding cyborg slicing his way through dystopian cityscapes filled with deadly traps, instant kill enemies, and vertical playgrounds. The first Ghostrunner feels like a brutal obstacle course. Precision platforming meets one-hit kill combat. You wall run dash, slow time midair, and slice through enemies in perfect rhythm. Then Ghostrunner 2 takes that formula and injects steroids into it. Motorbike sections, more combat options, bigger levels, and a slightly more forgiving flow make it feel like a natural evolution. It's faster, flashier, and more explosive without sacrificing what made the first one great. NieR Automata is a genre-defying masterpiece that blends Platinum Games' razor-sharp combat with Yoko Taro's existential storytelling. Playing as 2B9S or A2, you'll tear through machine life forms with a ballet of sword slashes, aerial combos, and devastating pod attacks. But Automata isn't just stylish. It's smart. The game constantly shifts genres. 1 second you're slashing through robot hordes, the next you're in a 2D platformer. Then suddenly you're in a bullet hell shoot-'em-up boss fight. Let's not forget the soundtrack. A haunting, pulse-pounding score that makes every fight feel epic. Whether you're slicing robots in half or grappling with the game's multiple endings, Automata is an unforgettable experience. Hades series. The Hades games are proof that roguelikes can be just as epic and satisfying as any linear single-player game, especially when they mix razor-sharp hack-and-slash action with god-tier storytelling and progression systems. In Hades 1, you play as Zagreus, the rebellious son of Hades, slashing his way out of the underworld. Every run is different and every build is unique. Hades and Hades 2 take the roguelike formula and inject it with the speed and precision of a top-tier hack-and-slash. Bayonetta 2 is the definition of stylish perfection. It's not just the best Bayonetta game. It's one of the most polished, exhilarating single-player games in the entire hack-and-slash genre. Platinum Games didn't just refine the formula, they perfected it. The second you step into Bayonetta's heels, the game grabs you with its absurd confidence. You're air-juggling angels, dodging attacks in slow-mo witch time, and summoning demonic hair monsters to finish off bosses the size of buildings. There's a reason fans still beg for more like this. It doesn't get much better. God of War 3. Before the reboot turned Kratos into a sad dad with an axe, God of War 3 was the climax of pure rage-fueled hack-and-slash chaos. You start the game literally climbing Mount Olympus on the back of a titan. That's the energy this game brings from the first frame to the last. The Blades of Exile feel better than ever. Fast, devastating, and fluid as hell. You'll be launching enemies into the air, juggling them with flame-chained fury, and then slamming them into the ground with mythic brutality. The pacing is tight, the weapons are all fun to use, and the combat system has a satisfying rhythm that makes every kill feel earned. This was the last time we saw full-rage Kratos in his prime, and it still holds up as one of the most iconic single-player games in the genre. Devil May Cry 5 is a masterclass in hack-and-slash design. It's the kind of game that makes you want to replay it again and again because being stylish has never felt this good. Combat is fluid and skill-based. The deeper you go, the better it gets. You're juggling enemies in the air, switching styles mid-combo, canceling out of animations to chain together absurd sequences, and getting rewarded with style ranks that go from D to triple S. Devil May Cry 5 has some of the tightest controls and most responsive combat in gaming, period. Every move connects, every input matters. The learning curve is steep, but the ceiling? Limitless. Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. This game takes the soul of hack and slash and injects it with the blood of anime insanity. Then throws you into boss fights so epic they make your hands sweat and your jaw drop. You play as Raiden. Yes, the same guy from Metal Gear Solid 2. But now he's a sword-wielding cyborg who can cut through tanks, helicopters, and entire buildings like warm butter. And the game's signature mechanic? Free Blade Mode, a system that lets you slice enemies at any angle in slow motion. Arms off, legs off, torsos clean in half. It's not just flashy, it's surgical. If you want a hack-and-slash game that feels like a playable anime intro and lets you literally slice missiles out of midair, Metal Gear Rising is essential.